Michael Bolton and Justin Jesso. More summer love songs after the network news.
This is BBC Radio 2.
On BBC Sounds.
And on your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Catherine Cracknell. Fighters from the Wagner mercenary group are returning to their camps after calling off a rebellion, which was the biggest challenge yet to President Putin's authority in Russia. Emergency security measures remain in place in Moscow. The head of Wagner, Yevgeny Prigozhin, has agreed to live in exile in Belarus. Yesterday's fighters captured the southern city of Rostov and began advancing towards the Russian capital. Mr. Putin had vowed to punish those responsible. Our Russia correspondent Steve Rosenberg says he didn't follow through.
Certainly the biggest challenge to Vladimir Putin, to his authority. Mr. Putin yesterday came out quite strongly on television with his address to the nation. He was talking about betrayal and treachery and Russia being stabbed in the back. And yet by the evening, having basically labelled Mr. Prigozhin a traitor, all charges were dropped against Yevgeny Prigozhin. Yes, Mr. Prigozhin had to leave, go to Belarus, but he's a free man.
Russian forces have continued shelling areas in Ukraine overnight. Officials in the southern city of Kherson say one person was killed. Rishi Sunak says a plan for improving NHS staffing in England to be published this week will include the largest expansion of training in the health service's history. Few details have been released, but an earlier draft version said the number of training places for doctors and nurses needed to double. Speaking to the BBC Sunday with Laura Koonsberg programme, the Prime Minister said the proposals would make a real difference.
It will be supporting the NHS. This is the NHS's plan, and it's right that we back them to do it. And it will mean people can have confidence that the doctors and nurses and GPs that we all need will be there, and that we can reduce our reliance on foreign-trained healthcare professionals. I think that's something everyone wants to see. For the first time, this plan shows how we can do that.
Police, fire and ambulance services across the UK say there have been problems with 999 calls connecting. The service is run by BT, which says it's trying to fix the issue and a backup system is working. People are being advised to call 101 for police or fire and 111 in a medical emergency. Sir Elton John will close the Glastonbury Festival tonight, marking what he says will be his last tour performance in the UK. Before that, Yusuf, known as Cat Stevens, will perform in the Legends slot on the Pyramid stage. He told Good Morning Sunday earlier on Radio 2 he was looking forward to it.
I've got a pretty good catalogue of songs which stretch back to like 1965 or 66, let's say. And so I've been there, done that. And of course, I went away for a while too. So I got a life and I came back. I mean, I've got a story to tell. I think it'll be very suitable.
And the weather, a band of rain moving into the west and northwest of the UK this morning, bringing thundery conditions at times. Sunny spells to follow, and it'll remain hot and dry across the southeast. Temperatures peaking between around 19 and 31. That's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 10.
Welcome back. Thank you.
BBC Radio 2.
Second hour of love songs.
Steve Wright Sunday Love Song.